Well, somebody is completely passed out on my lap. Cat donut. What are we going to talk about this week? Um, Hopefully, something that is compelling and interesting in some way that leads to all of us expanding and increasing our access of the highest consciousness. I certainly hope and pray that. Uh, Something about my left foot, my Daniel Day-Lewis foot is, it just hurts like a son of a gun when I sit cross-legged, the very side of it. So it's like, I kind of do yoga for a living, kind of need to be able to sit cross-legged like I have my whole life. And now I sit cross-legged on my cushy meditation chair, and the side of my foot just stabs me. So um, I've come up with this clever way of tilting my body just ever so slightly so I get the outside of my foot just over the edge of the chair without losing my feeling of being very stable or grounded in the chair. Is this story going anywhere? I certainly hope so. But what I'm getting at, and I promise to get there, is that um, I kind of find in my angle for the day. The topic this week is finding your angle. Well, why could that be significant? Well, I'm going to start with a little metaphorical story, if you'll go off on this brief journey with me. But you're you're up in the mountains for some reason. You've gone to Yosemite in the wintertime, and it's very cold but impossibly beautiful. And one morning there's a little lake outside of your beautiful lodge, and you go out there, and it's um, this morning lake is so quiet, so still. It's perfect. It's glass. It's as clear. It is. I don't know if you dare try to go into Costco this time of year, maybe like 10 minutes before they close, maybe you'll get a parking space. Maybe you'll be able to wedge yourself in the front door. Don't go at like 1 o'clock. Just don't do it. Um, anyway, when you go into Costco, there's what are they trying to sell you this time of year? TV sets. Just what you need, your 14th TV set. But man, some of them apparently are in 4K, and then way beyond that. You got your 8Ks, and God knows how many Ks you can get, but it is so pristinely, perfectly pixelated perfection. And that's what this lake is outside your mountain chalet. And as you stand and look at it, and of course, there's a beautiful backdrop behind your small lake or pond that is being reflected, if every bit as clear as the actual reality that it's reflecting, if not even more so. So there's that beautiful lake, and you're standing there, and then you look down, and there are these little pebbles, and you pick up a little handful of pebbles. In fact, you notice that the universe in a grain of sand is the mood that you're in, and you take one pebble and you toss it out into your beautiful crystal clear lake. And of course it lands, and here come your radiating concentric circles of ripples that you kind of like that effect. You kind of like the fact that you can do that. You in your own volition can throw a little pebble in there, and you can see that beautiful little pattern begin. But then it's just like, well, I sure like that. And so you throw another one. Does it land in the same place? Of course not. Lands a little off to the side. Two concentric circles. And the most strange thing, the two concentric circles that are radiating out, they don't cancel one another. They have this remarkable ability to do this scientific thing that means more than it means a lot, and it's called an interference pattern. They begin to network, but they are interacting. And then it's like, wow. And before you know it, you've kind of gone off on a bit of a binge, and you've thrown 338,000 little pebbles into that pond. And then you're looking at this interference pattern, which is entirely unique to you. And you can't really see the reflection anymore, the beautiful, perfect, pristine reflection of the lake, but you don't care. It's like you've created your own illusion inside of your head. Now, irritatingly, somebody comes from the other side of the pond, you can see them over there, they start throwing pebbles into the pond. You don't really like that so much. And then somebody shows up on your side, on this side and that 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 side, and everybody's throwing pebbles into the pond. And before you know it, the interference pattern is, well, what does it look like? Turn on the news this morning. Just turn on the news, and there's the worldly interference pattern of 8 billion silly humans throwing their pebbles into what was a perfectly clear and still pond that was exactly and perfectly reflecting reality. Wow. And now you're looking at it from your angle, they're looking at it from their angle, and everybody's seeing it from a different angle. Do you get where we're going this week? What's your angle on reality? What are you adding to the pond? Are you always throwing bowling balls in? Are you throwing beautiful pebbles? Whatever you're throwing in, it's causing it to move. Now, your angle can be this. Your angle can begin to see and bring stillness. You can be one of the people who's not throwing so many pebbles in. I'm not saying don't interact with the world. I'm not saying withdraw away to the Himalayas and meditate all day long. I'm saying nothing of the kind. I'm saying if you're going to throw something in, make it beautiful. But because you are a meditator, you're actually practicing the ability to see the perfectly still pond in its original state, because the pond is always in its perfect still state. We just can't see it anymore. You might say we go below the surface. You might say we rise above it. There's some metaphor there that I haven't quite thought of, but I will, because I'm going to write this short story today. But you, from your angle, you can see the lake before everybody threw everything into it. And when you find that stillness, when you find that perfect, pristine stillness, you're finding the place. It's the only thing we have in common in this world where everybody is seeing the world from a different angle. And it's like, well, be a Christian, be a Buddhist, be an atheist, be a Republican, be a Democrat, be rich, be poor. And everybody's seeing it from their angle because they're the ones who've thrown their stuff in, and they're seeing everything. When we see the stillness, we see the original place where we all connect. Be still and know that you're God. Anyway, we'll continue on what's your angle this week. And I'll do my best to keep it entertaining, enjoyable. And my cat liked this one and has remained in my lap the whole time. Have a beautiful day, everybody.